Playerunknown's Battleground. My name is Stealwing33, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing something a little different than what I normally do. Darkest Dungeon has me quite livid and frustrated right now, so I don't feel like playing it today, and I still am having a couple server problems with For Honor, so I've decided that today we're going to be playing Playerunknown's Battleground, a game that I've been playing a lot on my own time, but that I haven't really had the opportunity to record. So, in a sense, Playerunknown's Battleground, while we run around in the opening lobby here, Playerunknown's Battleground is a third-person Battle Royale game. So, if you are unfamiliar with Battle Royale style games, basically what it is you and what appears to be 98 other people get dumped onto a space, and last man standing wins, right? The game is in early access. It is available on Steam if you wish to purchase it. I'll leave a link in the description below. It's become very popular on Twitch, and it is something that I do eventually plan to stream if I can. I mean, you know, my internet sometimes is a bit of a nightmare factory when it comes to streaming things. So, you know, but that's neither here nor there. But in a basic sense, Playerunknown's Battleground is it's basically a big battle royale, right? And I know that that doesn't sound correct, but if you'll excuse me for just a moment, I'm going to turn some stuff down. We're definitely going to turn the shadows low. Good. And fuck motion blur. Motion blur actually makes my eyes hurt after a while.
Get the fuck off
Good.
the
Oh
plane.
my god, I forgot to turn off that. We'll go ahead and turn the voice channel off to none. Thank you. Apply. Good. Yeah, the people are a different breed. I don't know if any of you guys ever played Counter-Strike or anything like that, but whew, these people, man, sometimes. So we're going to be going to the power plant over here. It's one of my favorite areas to go looting and stuff. But while we're falling, I'll explain the game. So basically, we get dumped into this island over here. You can kind of see the space. And if I look around, you can see there's like there's a military complex. It's basically an old-style Russian village. Well, that maybe not a Russian village, a Russian island, I guess, would be the best way to put it. But in a sense, we get dumped in, and our objective is to be the last man standing, right? So how do we do that? Well, scattered throughout all these buildings and things is our guns, weapons, and things of that nature, right? So we don't want to die. And our objective is to, you know, summarily murder everyone else. Or at least murder the last person and hide like a coward most of the time. But I'm going to make an effort to not hide like a coward if I can avoid it. It is an effective strategy. It is how most people get to the end of the game. It's how I get to the end of the game most of the time. And then basically, the reason you want to hide like a coward is because by the end of the game, you basically only need to kill like 5 people instead of having to kill upwards of 90. So the less time you spend in a firefight, the less likely you are to get shot, the less likely you are to die. It basically becomes a cost analysis fallacy. Ooh, backpack. And, you know, you start doing that kind of stuff. But that's neither here nor there. We're still looking for a gun. There's a level 1 backpack over there. Nothing over there. Backpacks and various items come in various grades. But right now, we're just looking for a weapon of some kind. Although the armor in the backpack is useful, we're sitting duck without a firearm. So we definitely need to find some kind of gun immediately, especially since I think I hear somebody. And I don't really feel like I want to get into a fight with my bare hands. Fist fighting is a thing you can do. I can punch people if I get into it. And if you jump and punch somebody in the head, they die instantly, which is great. However, if they have a gun, it's really unlikely that I'm going to be able to run up on a person with a firearm before they shoot the shit out of me and I die. So we're gonna keep searching these houses, and if we don't find anything in here, we're gonna go to where I was originally planning on going, which was there's like a big, it's not a power plant, but it's like a transformer farm off in the distance, which is very useful. It's a good place. There's lots of loot in there. Lots of good loot. Ooh, med kit, nice. Gas mask is great. So you might be wondering yourself, hey, Stealwing, why don't you just, like, you know, chill out in one of these houses? Well, if I open up my map for a second here, you can see that there's this big white circle right here. That circle is the safe zone, and we need to move into that safe zone before the zone collapses on us. And what I mean by that is, essentially, after, you can see there's a timer above my minimap in the bottom right corner. Once that ticks down, a wall of horrible, poisonous electricity or gas, if you will start creeping in towards the middle of the safety circle, right? If we're not inside, you take dot damage the entire time you are outside of the safety circle. You don't die instantly, which is good, because it means that in the event that we fuck this up, it won't be too bad. But we want to be inside the safety circle before the gas comes. You know, in an ideal sense. However, I do want to go to that transformer farm, because there's normally there's like 4 or 5 weapons, and there's normally body armor in there. It's a good farm for weaponry, especially if you're not too picky about what it is that you want to use. But we'll see. I'm a little nervous. Running out in the open like this is pretty dangerous, generally speaking. And talking is going to make it so that I can't hear the bullets as well. I've got my game turned up really high. If you've ever played Arma, or you played like H1Z1 or DayZ, we're in basically a similar setup where listening to stuff is very important. And I normally play this game completely silent. It's the only game I play that I don't put music on or watch a Let's Play during it or something like that. Just because listening is so important. I keep feeling like I'm hearing something, but I think it might just be my jaw clicking when I talk. Or like my headphones moving as I like shift my head around. We'll see. All right, so this power plant right here, I guess it's like a pipe farm or something like that. I thought it was a transformer bed, but I guess it's like some sort of oil derrick. Inside, there's always good loot. I've never come in here and not walked out with at least an assault rifle of some caliber. The only problem with it is that it is very dark in here, which even with the shadows turned down, it's still pretty dark. That's not great. So far, so bad. I feel like somebody's been in here. Ooh, a 4-time scope. The 4-time scopes are fantastic. Same thing with, there's an 8-time scope, and there's a new 2-time scope that got added today, which is very useful. Let's grab these shotgun shells. We should also pull out the shotgun while we're inside of here. It'll be better in the event that we bump into somebody inside of here, which I don't think we will, because nobody ever likes to come out here, because it's a little dangerous. Mostly because of the fact that, the gas, we're very far away from the safe zone, but since we have a gas mask, I'm not terribly concerned about it. The gas mask will keep us, oh sweet, oh baby, Police Vest 2 is fantastic. That put us in the money. Let's dump these 9mm rounds. I don't want to carry them around if we don't have to. Yeah, the Scar is very good, and I should probably have stripped the oh, sweet level 3 vest, hell yeah. Strip the red dot off of it, but I guess we'll put the scope on this thing. We gotta go find a car. We're gonna be in trouble. This was a good find because this will let us. That's not what I wanted to do. This will let us at least be safer. With the 4-time scope on it, we're gonna be able to snipe people with this thing. Well, at least fire at them from a longer distance. As you can see, we can go first person and things like that. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we need to go this way towards the safe zone. We're still good, but we need to start going, because if we don't start going now, we are going to be in trouble. I should probably use my mouse wheel more instead of trying to hit the numbers on the top of my keyboard. Ideally, we would find a car, both the rifle and the mode of transportation. But I'm not seeing any in my immediate area, which... Like, okay, so normally over by the power plant, there's a car or dune buggy, and then up the road from the place we were just in, there's normally a car of some caliber, whether it be like a Dacia, which is like a 4-door sedan, or a dune buggy, two-person car that doesn't have a lot of armor on it, or an UAZ, or an UAV, UAZ. It's a type of Jeep, basically. Big motherfucker. It's slow, but it's harder to shoot people out of the UAZ. From my experience. We'll see. We just gotta listen carefully. It's really unlikely. We're probably not gonna get into a fight right away here. but hopefully you guys understand the reason why we're not going to get into a fight right away is mostly because it's very dangerous to get into fights. Game's a lot of fun, but it's it's going to be... Hope you guys are strapped in, because it's going to be like 20 minutes of me running around by myself looting things, and then it's going to be like 5 minutes of action where I'm going to get murked like almost immediately. Some guy's going to shoot me in the head with a, an AWM, an AWM. I'm just going to fucking drop dead, but hopefully that won't happen. It hasn't happened the last couple of games that I've been doing. I've gotten a lot better at the game over time. I've gotten a lot better at creeping around and being mindful of my surroundings and listening really carefully. But, again, that's the kind of thing that, while you're talking, it's going to be kind of difficult for me to listen intently like I normally do. I don't want to fall into Crater Town. That would be bad. We're going to make it to the safe zone, if barely. Which I think we're going to go to this building right here. I'm trying to plan out my route. So we know that the safe zone's going to, like, center somewhere in this area right here. Because it always tries to go towards the center. Although, it might center here over time, or it might center up here. I'm not sure which one it's going to be yet. It could be either. We just got to be aware of our surroundings. Watch carefully. And, should be fine. Should be fine. I should increase the draw distance real quick. I know I normally don't do this stuff, but, view distance, ultra. And then I would like textures to be medium. Apply. Okay, there we go. The only thing, I need to turn the view distance up so that I can see people. Apparently it's making my computer have an aneurysm now. That's because my bytes per second is through the fucking roof right now. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, we're chugging again. Alright, turn it back down, turn it back down. Ultra was maybe a little... We'll put it back down to medium. Apply. Okay, there we go. I just need to be able to see. Because the draw distance affects when you can see other players. And, in a game like this, it's really important that I be able to see everybody that's going to potentially try to kill us. It's important that I see them first. There's an airdrop in the distance. You can kind of see the airplane. Although the bloom's a little intense on the recording comparatively. You guys can see it. It's up there. See it? There you go. That'll drop something. And then if you go to it, it's normally contains something very good. Like the machine gun's fantastic. The AWM couldn't come out of those things. It normally drops level 3 helmets are pretty prevalent. And level 3 helmets can stop AWM bullets from killing you in one hit, which could be... It could be the difference between life and death in a lot of situations. A lot of this game is getting the drop on people. And so, yeah, okay, we are going to beat the gas to the safe zone. But you can see it on the mini-map, it's creeping up behind me. But looks like we're going to be okay. Barely, but we're going to be okay. We left at the right time. I'm glad we got the Scar, but we need more bullets. And we definitely need a second gun that is not a shotgun. It probably would have been better to drop the shotgun for the Scar instead of dropping the UMP, but that's okay. Alright, yeah, so the circle's going to be, like, in this area. It might center around Severny, but I don't think it will. Let's hit this, I think it's like a barn, or like a warehouse. Let's hit this warehouse while we're running by. I think that'll be the best thing to do. I've been meaning to do this, play this with Eric, but he and I have had scheduling problems. And since all of my other recording stuff is not working today, I mean, Dark Souls will go up, but, that's a given, I think. Since all my other stuff is kind of being dumb, I figured that this would be an interesting interaction. Hey, there we go. I dumped the shotgun. Picked up a grenade. Dumped those shells. Don't need those. Okay. Let's loot this place, because it looks like no one's been in here yet. Is that a... That's an SK-12. The SK-12 is very good, but it is not what I am looking for right now. The M4, the M16, it uses the same ammo as the Scar, so I'm not going to pick it up because that would be stupid. Having two guns with the same ammo type is a bad idea, generally speaking. change my pants, apparently. Khaki. No, khaki's stupid. Khaki in this game is bright orange. So you should not wear it, because it makes you stand out a lot. Alright. We have 2 scopes. It's a level 2 backpack. This place was pretty good. Get some more bullets. Get some gas. The gas cans are important to refill your car in the event that we find one, which would be ideal. Sounds like there's a... So on the map, this red zone, that area gets exploded, like carpet bombed randomly. And so it's important to not be in it. Although you're not very likely to get hit by the red zone, it's still loud and makes it very difficult to hear what's going on around you. There's an airdrop. So the airdrop almost always drops things within the safe zone. It never drops things outside of the safe zone normally. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow it. But we're not going to get the airdrop, probably. I think what we're going to do is we're going to follow it and then attempt to shoot people that try to take it. It's better to be the hunter than the hunted in 90% of situations in this game. And I, for one, welcome our gassy fate in a little bit here. We don't have very far to run, but we started running very late because we were looting that building. We're going to be constantly just ahead of the gas, I think, which is not going to be great because that means we are going to be constantly pushed in, and you don't want to be pushed in. You want to control when you move. So it's actually better to be... It's better to be inside the zone than it is to be getting pushed along like we are. FPS is taking a huge hit when we're in these like big open areas. But that's okay. That's A-okay. Which I don't understand, because like my computer is pretty fucking tough. I got a 4.3 gigahertz processor. It's not like I don't have a baby processor. I'm like actually got some serious oomph behind me. These buildings have been looted, which means that we're running in the wake of people, which is bad for us because that means that we're going to be in trouble. If you're wondering how I'm looking around without changing directions, by the way, I'm holding the Alt key on my keyboard. Really got to keep our eyes out, because as we approach the circle, we're going to start bumping into more players. And we want to be very careful. We want to control when we bump into people, not have them control it. Because if they dictate when the fight happens, we're going to die. Because I have a very hard time finding people in this game. Like, if you start shooting at me from a really huge distance, it takes me a little while to find you. Mostly because I have, I don't have the like, acute eyesight for it. There's a guy over here. Woo! Oh, he ran me over. I thought I got out of it, but I should have just gone inside. That was a mistake. Alright, well, we died. And that's it. That could be as quick as it goes, you know? Sometimes I get the guy in the car, sometimes I get killed. I accidentally pulled out a grenade. By the way, I clicked my mouse while I was trying to move my camera around. If you're wondering what happened there. A little bit of chaos. I should have just hip-fired at him. Gotta be careful with cars. Cars kill you instantly when they run over you. So you gotta be a little careful. But that is gonna do it for this episode. I know that wasn't spectacular. This game's a little bit better for streaming rather than recording it, but you know, I'm enjoying playing it, so you know, we'll see. Hopefully we'll do better on the next episode, but for now, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys like what you saw, let me know. If you guys want to see more